All right, so far in Unit 3, we've done things with shapes, with color, and most recently with variables. And the variable lesson that we assigned last time has some more challenging ones, levels to it. So here's what I want you to do. Get out your Chromebook, log into code.org, and I need you to be at lesson number 5, level number 4. Okay, pause the video till everyone's at this spot. Now, you will see you have these error messages, and the directions are going to tell you, kind of reiterating what we said in our notes from last time. When you name a variable, you cannot have spaces, you can't start with a number, and when you name it, if you're using different cases, upper and lower case, you have to make sure that you're consistent and name it exactly the same way when you use it in one of your lines of code. These red boxes are indicators that something is not okay. All right. So the directions here say find the rule for each variable and the label that it's violating. So something's wrong. Correct the errors and then fix it. Basically, it doesn't say this explicitly, but in line 6, it's trying to use each of these 3 variables and they have to match perfectly. Okay. So this is what should happen when we're able to run the program. And right now it won't let us because we'll get an error code down here. Okay. So I'm going to shrink this up or collapse it and let's see what's going on. Line number 1, the variable defined says size of circle gets a value of 150, but our first rule is no spaces. So if you haven't done this yet, take out the spaces between size and of and circle. If you've got it done, then just chill for a couple minutes till we get through this. Okay, come down to line 6. This first parameter is the X position. Here's Y, here's the width, and here's the height. So there's 4 things here, just like you see over here in the toolbox. Come over to these last 2 where it says size of circle and take out the spaces. That's all you got to do. Okay, now even though this yellow little triangle hasn't updated yet, it will shortly because we fixed it. Line number 2, this variable says it has an unexpected 1. Oh, can't start the name with a number. Get it out of there. Now, do you have to put the number back in? You don't have to, it just can't be at the front. If you want to just delete the 1 and leave it as is, you can. Come down to line 6 and do the same thing so that those 2 match. Okay? Once you do that, now you should see, most of my error codes have gone away, except for line 3. And basically it says this variable name, Y location, is defined right here, but it's not used in your program. That's because this doesn't match this exactly the same. So either come up here on line 3 and make that a capital Y, or come down on line 6, make that a lowercase y so that the 2 of them match. All your errors go away. When you run it, you will see your program will give you that red ellipse. Okay? Cool. Hit finish. Next, I want you to meet me at this one. Go to level number 6 and part D, the stoplight one. I'm not sure the directions were very good on this one, so I wanted to make sure we kind of walked through this as well. Okay? Pause the video as you need to till everybody is at a screen that looks like this one. All right, level 6, part D. Here we go. It says something strange happened. All of the variable names got erased. So look at line 2, 3, 4, 5. Nothing's there. Okay. However, the variable names are being used in the program down here. Your job is to go back and match up which one goes where. Okay, so it says, can you fix it by putting the correct variable names in those spots? If you hit run right now, again, there's too many errors and it won't let you do it. Okay. All right. So let's look through here. I see on line 9 that I have this word size in spots for the width and the height of this ellipse. Same thing here. Width and height, it says size instead of a number. Haha. Come up here to line 2. This should be the variable size because it's giving a value of 100 in each of these spots, which should be defined by numbers. Okay. Now, the other thing I see, I have 3 colors because it's a stoplight, okay? Green, red, and orange. And you have line 8, line 12, and line 16 that are these colors. Which one goes where? Well, we kind of have to figure out which circle is going where. This first circle is at a position of 200 and 100. That's going to get positioned up here. That's the top light. That should be red. So color 1 should be red. So just type in color 1. Cool. The next one for line 12, this one is this ellipse that comes right after it. That's at 200, 200. That's here in the middle. That should be the goldish or orange colored one. So color 2 should be the orange one. And last but not least, that means color 3 should be green with a position of 200 for X and 300 for Y. That puts it right there. So this one should be color 3. And then let's test it out to make sure it's working. There you go. All right, if I take the grid off, you'll see a little outline for the actual stoplight there. Okay, sweet. Now you can move on, and the test or the assessment level is the one with the smiley face. So use the variables instead of the number, and that should help you out. All right. Now we are going to move on into lesson number 6. So let me hop over here and show you what you're going to encounter today. All right. So far, we've been able to just put in one number at a time for a value, whether it's width or height, the X position or the Y position. Now we're going to open it up a little bit, and you are going to see that you have a new block of code. There's a new drawer here called math, and it has this block called random number. Awesome. What this does is it gives you some more leeway. You can make things change automatically by using this instead of just typing in like 50 or 175. Okay, so take a look at what's happening here. Okay, it says background is this color tomato. You can kind of see what's flashing up here in the instructions. And then we're going to use the color orange to fill in an ellipse. The X value is some random number between 200 and 400. The Y value is 200, so that's in the middle of the screen. 50 and 50 are the width and height, so we're going to have a nice small circle. There it is, okay? If I put the grid on, you're going to see that it's going to be lined up. We don't know exactly where the X value is. It's somewhere between 200 and 400, okay? It looks like around 286 or so, but that part doesn't matter. It's just that it's random. If I hit reset and run again, whoa, it's way over here to the right. I run it again, it's backed off a little bit. Run it again, kind of in the same position, but as you keep running it, you'll see, oh, there we go. Now I'm more toward the middle of the screen. Your job on this particular level when you get there is change the numbers so that this circle or ellipse can slide anywhere across the screen. So open up your randomization here to include the full window of your X values. Okay? All of these other levels that you'll work on today then are going to be working with this new block in the math drawer for random number. Okay? The assessment level, when you get there, is something called the rainbow snake. They've got it started for you. They have 3 ellipses, red, orange, and yellow programmed. But if you look in the upper right here, this is what they want you to add on to make it look like it's actually, I call it more like a caterpillar actually. Okay. You are going to add at least 3 new colored circles to the rainbow snake and make sure you use random number to make the body move up and down just like these first 3. Because here's what this looks like. Okay, it gives an illusion that it's kind of wiggling. Cool. So here's your job for today. Number 1, in Schoology, there's a quick practice quiz, 5 questions. Certainly have code.org open so that as you're looking at the questions, it's all about here's a shape. What does the line of code look like that would make that particular shape appear on the screen? You can certainly go into code and practice and match up what you see in the practice quiz. Once you have that done, then feel free to pick up if you're still in lesson 5 or moving on into lesson 6, then go ahead and keep coding. Good luck and have some fun with random numbers.